Hello everyone, welcome to my channel once again. Today we've got some special video because as we know the O4 is out. So today we're gonna build the toy, the drone under 100 grams, which we're gonna use the AIO GepRc Taker F411 12 amp 1 to 2S, and we're going for 2S drone. We're gonna use motors RcInpower 1002 1400 kV 14,000 kV, sorry. Yeah, and then we're gonna use the frame Flywoo Firefly Nano 1.6 inch. So it's quite interested because it's a dead cat frame. Should be no props in view, but in the end of the day we will see if props gonna be in view. Anyway, I gonna fly without of the stabilization, and I gonna use gyro flow in the post-production, so then for sure the props from view will gone, because I wanna get useful my footage going to some city centers and yeah, and fly as a toy. So yeah, here we've got the canopy, and yeah, let's start the build. The first of all, we're just gonna look closer to our AIO. Is GepRc Taker, as I mentioned before, and we'll see what GepRc give us in the box. So yeah, first of all we've got manual, nice, another manual, and our AIO. Is still on micro USB, not USB-C. Okay, and there we go. We have capacitor. Yeah, everything what we needed, even the plugs for motors. Yeah, the dampers, that's nice. And yeah, XT30 connector and VTX cable, VTX antenna. Yeah, we have everything where we need it. So manual we're gonna look later on. We just gonna check it out if it's gonna fit, but it's supposed to fit with no problems. Yeah, as you can see, the USB is going downwards, and yeah, this is front. Yeah, it's fit perfectly, so happy with that. And the next one, we're going check out our VTX, because I'm not opening, I even don't have on my hands before. I'm quite interested. I keep it close just for the video to get open together. And yeah, here we go. Manual. And yeah, here we've got our VTX. We'll see just closer. As I'm watching the Matstech videos, there is some issues with the camera cable is go off, but as I can see, I've got some glue on my one, but I'm gonna put, I think, some extra on it. We'll see. First of all, we need to build up. And yeah, he's very tiny. Nice DJI, nice job. That's what we're waiting for. So here we got our VTX, our AIO, the frame, and here we got our motors. Let's look closer to our motors. As I'm saying, is 1002, 14,000 kV. Is dedicated for 1.6 inch, even up to 2 inch. It's little tiny motors. They're so nice. My one is blue and pink, as you can see. And yeah, they will look so sweet. First thing first, let's grab our motors and attach them to the frame. They are really tiny screws. They're so tiny bits. We're gonna grab some screw. Need to be careful to not lose them, because this is so easy to lose them. It's so fun to build. I'm always build the bigger drones, but this is gonna be really fun. Even to fly this one. Let me know, guys, in the comments if you are on the hype of O4 Pro Air unit, or you've been waiting for O4 Lite, as I am. To be honest, I'm still waiting as well of my O4 Pro, because we have some issues with delivery. I'm ordering on first day when is O4 released, O4 Pro, and my parcel was lost somewhere, somehow. I don't know how, but they just refund me, and I'm ordered a new one. So very soon will be my O4 on me, but I just gonna swap it my quad Mula Dji 25 just VTX to get very small. You can find the building video of my quad Mula on my channel if you want. There was very last one video. Is a 6S 2.5 inch small Reaper. I really love this drone. Even if I have no much time to go somewhere with my drones, no nice locations, I just grab it my quad Mula Dji 25 and I fly around my park close to my home, and nobody cares because it's quiet, it's small, and without of GoPro is under 250 grams, so highly recommended. So yeah, guys, 2 motors we have already attached. I'm gonna attach the second 2 and I'm gonna back to you guys. So yeah, motors are attached, and we need to check our AIO and make the wires on size. So as you can see, there is literally half. We need half wires, something like that. Yeah, I'm gonna cut them just like so. As you can see, the first wire is already in size. I just done it just like so. I don't know, maybe I gonna need some extra, but no, I think it will be fine. And now I'm gonna cut them other three motors in size and prepare to soldering. So let me do it, and I'm gonna back to you in a second. Motors are attached, as you can see, and I'm gonna explain you my idea, what we're gonna do with our capacitor, because I just thinking about it. I'm gonna attach my capacitor up here to the XT30 connector, and then by the solder tiny wires up to each of the wire of capacitor, and I'm gonna provide together with XT30, and it's gonna be flexible because there is no space, to be honest, for capacitor somewhere. This frame is dedicated for work snail. I'm ordered from Flywoo the work snail version. Here is the canopy for work snail cameras, but we're going for on O4 air unit. Yeah, I'm gonna add in the description a 3D file that's created my friend. So here is ready canopy for O4 air unit. It fits perfectly, and yeah, you can download and print yourself. It's gonna be good print on any printer. I'm using in my case Bamboo Lab A1, but if you have some Enders or something like that, it's gonna be fine as well. So yeah, everything is gonna be parts, every parts what I'm using, and even the 3D files for the canopy is gonna be down below in the description. We're gonna add some solder on our pads. They are very tiny. I don't think I need any flux, but for the XT30 I'm gonna use some flux as always to make the our joints stronger. Gonna add some flux. I don't know, it's Chinese, but yeah. Oh yeah, it's going through. So we're gonna add some flux on our pads for XT30, our pads for motors. Very tiny bit. Don't need too much. The motor wires are very tiny, so just a little bit. Yeah, that is enough. It's so fun to build the tiny drones. To be honest, I have fun with every build, but yeah, this is special fun because it's like a toy. It's real toy, and it's gonna be 4K recording. For me, is a huge game changer because I'm not a fan of the Walksnake system. I do use them with some builds for my friends, and I not really like it. Let me know, guys, if you are familiar with the Walksnake or you're familiar with DJI. But yeah, I'm 100% with DJI. Okay, we have some XT30, and we're gonna add on our motor pads. This is so quick solder. I'm gonna show you closer in a minute how is the solder joints looks like, because it's really hard to show you closer when I solder. Yeah, here it is, guys. Here it is, my solder pads. As always, no bad and no perfect. You know, they are very tiny, but the solder bridges are good. So yeah, I'm gonna prepare the wires next of the wires, and yeah, we're gonna start solder the motors. Let's solder up the first motor together, and the rest of them I need to solder just myself because it's quite hard to recording. Alright, it's go quite easily. The first one, as you can see. So the second, I just thinking about if I need glasses for future because my eyes don't see properly. Alright, that looks nice. I don't need to be perfection, but as much as possible to be clean. So yeah, let's have a look, guys. Here is my 3 solder joints. The bridges looks okay. As for the first one, I don't mind it. I believe the next ones will looks better. So yeah, let me solder my motors, and then I will back to you with XT30. So yeah, guys, as I mentioned before, I need to get closer to it when I solder that tiny wires. As you can see, the solder joints, for me, of course, for me, they're good enough. There is no issues in my opinion. So yeah, now we have ready solder up our tiny motors, and now is the time to go for XT30, of course. Yeah, let's get to it. I just make it shorter, our XT30 connector. So I'm just gonna prepare this one for soldering, and first of all we're gonna solder our XT30 without of the capacitor. That is my idea. Have ready prepared our XT30, and yeah, now we're gonna add some solder on it. If you're not subscribed yet, just please click the like button and subscribe. It's gonna give me more motivation to create the future videos. We forget about some flags, of course. Of course, some flags on our pads always is help. We're gonna try preheat them once more. Yeah, and they absorbing quite better. So I'm gonna put my drone on my solder spool, like so, to be easier. And yeah, and there we go for our XT30. The first of all, we're going with negative. I'm gonna hold it by hand. We'll see. Oh, that is quite nice. I'm already happy with that. I'm gonna leave as it is and just positive. I'm telling you guys, if you never built the tiny drone as this one, you have to do once because it's so fun. All right, that was quite easy. I'm so happy with that. I'm not sure if it's not a little bit too long, but we'll see later on when we're gonna fly on with this one. But at the moment, I'm gonna show you guys closer. Just have a look. It looks nice. Now we have to prepare our wire for capacitor. So now we have to prepare our extended wires for the capacitor. That will be now next movement. Always, guys, when you have fresh solder joints or something like that, just take your brush or anything. I have that tiny brush, and just clean your solder joints just in case to not make any electrical bridges issue, and just make sure that in motors there is nothing metal tiny bits from the wires or something like that, because in my experience once couple of builds ago I've burned my motors because there was some tiny metal in the motor and the motor just burned out when I start up with the battery. As you can see, I just prepare our capacitor with extended wires, so we can now provide them on our XT30 just like so, and then we need to make sure the wires are long enough. When we're gonna squeeze it, they're gonna be long enough. So in my case, it's just gonna be just like so. So first of all, we're just gonna attach our capacitor. As you know, here is the negative with the tiny bar, and here is positive. So we're just gonna grab some tape, just like that, and then we're gonna provide this one here. I tape it up just around here. Yeah, looks fine. Now we're just gonna cut the wire on size, just like that. I think it's gonna be enough for sure. Even more. And the second one, just squeeze it as much as possible, and just cut them in size. Yeah, just like that. And that way we have ready to solder our capacitor. So just let me a second, I'm gonna prepare the wires. We're just going to add some solder, just a tiny bit, don't need too much. Yeah, just like so, and just little tiny bit. Yeah, just like that on our XT30 pads. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, just like that. Beautiful. That looks pretty solid. I'm gonna show you guys in the second to be honest. And just have a look. We just add our capacitor and then we can squeeze it. See? It looks amazing for me. Let's take now on hands our VTX O4 Lite. I already add the cage for camera, but now we have to take out two wires, S-bus plus second ground, because we're gonna keep only 5 volts, ground, TX and RX. We don't need these two, it's another weight. We know we want to keep light as possible, so we're gonna take out two wires and we're gonna solder up to our AIO. So we just have to take them out from our O4 Lite, and we have to grab our tiny tweezers. We need to hold it, the little tiny locked. We have to unlock, as you see, unlocked, and just unlocked it and pull them out. Easy. And the same with the brown one. Unlocked, unlocked it and pull them back. Easy. I'm gonna make the same with this one, with this side, but to be honest, this side we can cut because we're gonna solder them up to our AIO. So from this side, just to make sure if that is good, yeah, this is from VTX, and this side we're just gonna cut them off. Just like so, but I think we need them even shorter than this one, we don't gonna keep that long because it's weight, yeah, it's another weight. So it's just gonna hooked at the moment to our VTX O4 Lite, and we're gonna measure how long we're gonna need them, where we have the VTX pads. So here we got, you see guys, here we got VTX pads. Here is VTX, so we got 5 volts, ground, TX and RX. And if we're gonna mount our VTX just like that, we don't need them really long, so we're gonna keep them short as possible. We're gonna provide them underneath just like that, and yeah, we're gonna provide them just like that, and we're gonna solder them up just here underneath. So it's gonna be very short. Even now I'm gonna just cut them. I'm gonna just cut them somewhere here. Yeah, and you see guys, we have ready in size our wires. So now is the time to prepare them to solder. Okay guys, as you can see, I just cut the wires. I prepared them to solder. So at the moment we're gonna add some solder on our wires, and we're gonna add solder on our pads. So we just go ahead, add some flux, just a tiny bit, same on wires. Here we got 5 volts, just so. Here we got our ground, our TX and our RX. Yeah, we don't need anything else. Yeah, have 5 volts. Here we've got our ground. There we go with our RX to our TX. Alright guys, as you can see, our soldering for today is become finished. I'm really happy with that. As you can see, here is our VTX solder joints, and yeah, here we got our 5 volts ground, RX, white is RX, and gray is TX. So TX to RX, RX to TX. And wires I've made, they are short as possible. As you can see now, we're gonna grab our O4 Lite. We're gonna plug in our VTX, yeah, and then we're just gonna squeeze it just like so, and we're gonna mount it just like that. And this way we have nice and clean solder with no extended wires our VTX. For me, it looks pretty good. Just let me know in the comment what are you thinking about, guys. I know there is some experts of the soldering. I'm not an expert. I just like to share my builds with you guys. Maybe someone gonna follow me with my ideas, and maybe someone just give me new ideas which I gonna provide in my future builds. So yeah, at the moment we just look for our canopies, our longer, because the screws I just put now just for now to solder up everything, they are short, so we need longer screws, we need our canopies, and yeah, ready for configuration and ready for maiden flight. I find out the screws which provide the Flywoo to our frame kit, they are really perfect. They perfect in size to use them for AIO. So we're just gonna use the Flywoo screws, and yeah, you're just gonna provide every 4. Yeah, screws are provided. So the last thing what we have to attach is our Express LRS antenna. Yeah, this is the Express LRS antenna, if somebody don't know. And here we got our connector for antenna. Just where is that? Just give, oh yeah, we have here, see, and we have to just click them in together. Antenna is attached, and now we need to thinking about how to, which way provide them, but I think the rear side gonna be the best idea. And now we're going attach our VTX. Just like so. Gonna screw them back. Yeah. Nice. And now is the time for the canopy. As I'm saying before, this canopy is created by my friend, so the link gonna be in the description below. You can download it, you can print, and you can enjoy it. So for VTX antenna, I hope we're gonna use the very top one. Alright guys, finally, as you can see, I provide our VTX antenna just this way to the top on our canopy, just like so. And antenna of LRS we're gonna provide here on the back, because it's a little bit shorter and we have, yeah, it's not long enough to provide this one on top. It will be something like this. Yeah. So the last thing what we have to do, we have to attach our camera, but in this time I really don't know which one is top side and which one is the bottom. I'm gonna do just like that, because now you can read the letters. So I believe this is gonna be right way. But yeah, all right, see how it's go easy. And VTX antenna just once more, because it's quite short. Sorry, express LRS antenna. And yeah, we're nearly there. So just give me a second. I find lock nuts. Yeah, at the moment we need the lock nuts. I do have, yeah, I do have some lock nuts. And I do have my special key. Yeah, finally we have first. Finally we have second one. The third one. So yeah guys, I do talking to you, and after that I find out my memory just finished, and in the meantime I'm just screw up our camera up to the TPU. So four screws is done. I'm tying it up our 4 screws for our AIO, literally for the stack with our VTX. Everything looks pretty solid. Just have a look of this drone. You can see the wires just really in size. I'm so happy with that. And yeah, now is the time to put the propellers. So here we've got the propellers. They are dedicated for Toothpick Nanofly 16. I also I've got the HQ but 3-bladed props. I'm not sure which one will be better, but I don't know at the moment. on which ones I will fly. I'm gonna try 2 blades props. I never flying yet on 2 bladed, so I'm always flying with props out, so this is gonna be way. Yeah, we have first. And one more thing, guys, I will show you the print for the battery, because the Flywoo provide this kit for 1S battery holder. So, but our build is 2S, yeah. We can't fit them. But I find it in the meantime on the printables. Literally, my colleague find and he showed me there is some printables available, print for 2S battery. So easily to print, 10 minutes and you've got. And this we're gonna mount just underneath, just like so. And yeah, we're ready to go. We're gonna provide 2S battery. And yeah, this is our 2S Flywoo Nano Firefly Reaper, or whatever you like to call it. For me, gonna be cinematic. And now is the time to check this weight of it, because I'm sure you're thinking about the weight of this drone. I hoping is under 100 grams, but we'll see. Here is the scale. Yeah, we've got 0. 0. And yeah, now is the time. 67 grams, guys. This is crazy. We are way above, we were way under 100 grams. This is fantastic. That's what we're looking for. So yeah, in my opinion, mission is complete. Let me know, guys, in the comments below what you're thinking about this build. So far, I'm happy with it. Let me go to configure with the beta flight, and I'm happy to see you guys on the flight test. See you there.
and crowns of ancient kings. I've heard stories of distant lands, realms I long to reach. Your voice, it beckons me to go to worlds unexplored.